Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike Janda. I teach on this channel things that are going to help your creative business. We go through all kinds of stuff from pricing projects, managing clients, all that kind of stuff. In this video, we're going to talk about the number one reason why you have bad projects. This is the number one, and it's the number one reason why you're not winning enough projects also. This is it. There's only one reason, and it's a lot simpler than you think. Before we dig into this video, check out my free courses down below. I have tons of free resources for creative entrepreneurs. If you're a freelancer, agency owner, there's tons of stuff down there, so go check that out. All right, this is the number one reason that you are having bad projects, and it's probably not what you think. The number one reason is because the client does not trust you. That's the problem. The client doesn't trust you. It's that simple. And there are some signs that will show you that the client doesn't trust you. And if you have any of these signs, I got 6 I'm going to run you through. If you have any of these signs, it's something you got to fix. You got to get your clients to trust you more. All right, let's check out the 6 things that will tell you why the client doesn't trust you or notify you that the client doesn't trust you. Here's the first one. A client who trusts you won't question your pricing. They're going to pay as much as you say it's going to cost to get the job done right. A client who trusts you is going to say that to you. You're going to present your price and they're going to say, okay, well, that's more than I thought it was going to be, but if that's what you say it costs, that's what we're going to pay. They trust you. They trust that you're not taking advantage of them. That's number one sign. It's not the number one. There's no particular order on my 6 signs that the client doesn't trust you, but that's the first one. That's the first one. All right, let's go to the next one. The client who trusts you won't try and change your process or skip steps. If you say, this is how it's done, then they will say, okay, you're the expert. We're going to do it that way. I had clients try and take out phases. Oh, we don't need wireframes on this. You know what? We don't need any concept sketches. Why don't we skip the mood boards? I don't see any value in that. I don't see any value in that. And a lot of people, a lot of creatives are just obeying this. The client pushes back and they're like, oh, okay, we'll take those out. Don't take that stuff out. If this is your process, hold to it. Hold to it with the clients. Don't let the client try and push you out of process. And a client who trusts you is going to say, if that's what you say the process is, that's the process we'll follow. All right, the next one, they won't have 53 rounds of design changes. They're going to choose the solution that you say is right. So let's say that you present 3 comps to your client, three different logo designs. And you present those to your client and you say, here you go. Here's the first one, here's the second one, here's the third one. And here's the pros and cons of each of them. And the client who trusts you will come back to you and say, which one should we go with? Hey, Mike, I like all of them. Which one is going to be the best for us? That's a trusting client relationship. And if your client is like, I don't like any of them. I don't think this is hitting the mark. I don't know. We need to do more designs. If they're pushing on that stuff, it's because they don't trust you to provide the best solution for them. A client who trusts you is gonna not go through 53 rounds. They may go through a couple of refinements, but they're gonna want your feedback. All right, here's the next one. They won't demand unreasonable timelines. A client who trusts you, if you say it can't be done in their crazy timeline, they will believe you. A client who trusts you will say, all right, Mike, yep, I get it. We don't want to accelerate this too fast. If you say it can't be done in that time frame, then it can't be done. That's a client who trusts you. All right, next one. They won't have a meeting about your work without you in it. I love this one. I had clients that had meetings about my work without me in it for a lot of years. The later years of my agency, when we had a lot of trust with our clients and we had reputation, they wouldn't have meetings about our work without us in it. They would want our guidance and our input. They want us in the meeting. And that's a sign to you that you don't have a seat at the table. that the client's off there making design decisions about your work without you even being there, man, they don't trust you. They don't trust you. And don't be afraid to ask to be in those meetings. Tell the client, hey, if you're going to talk about this internally, I'd love to be there. Can you have a Zoom call with me? Can I come to your office? Ask to be in those meetings. All right, next one. They won't fight with you over extra charges. If you tell them, okay, we don't have enough budget to do what you need to do, what you're trying to accomplish here, we don't have enough budget. The client's not going to try and steamroll you into working with some miserably small budget. They won't fight with you. They'll say, okay, we want you to have enough budget to work your magic. I don't want you to be hamstrung. Is that even a word? Hamstringed? I don't want you to be inhibited in your ability to put the effort into this because we're not paying enough budget. So a client who trusts you is not going to fight you over those extra changes. All right, those are 6 signs that a client doesn't trust you. And if you can build trust with a client, they will say yes to the designs that you present. They will say yes to the pricing that you present. They will say yes to the process that you present because they will see you as the expert. And that's what you're really going for. A seat at the table with the C-level people making decisions about the work you're producing with you there to guide them. Try and get there in your career. That's where the magic happens, and that's where the business gets a whole lot more fun. All right, thanks a lot for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that stuff that helps the channel. And thanks so much. We'll see you again in another video coming up soon.